It's me, YouTube. I took a day off. I didn't take a day off. I just didn't want to do a video because, you know, my last video was too long. I rambled too long, and I want to make these shorter. So today's subjects will be Comey, his book, mostly the Pee tape, Scooter Libby being pardoned, and the illegitimate love child of Donald Trump. As I say in this, like, other shit is developing with Trump, but I'd rather just not deal with that stuff. There's also, like, Twitter drama going on between some people that I care about. So I want to distract myself. So, like, the Pee tape, Comey. Comey is about to release a book, and if you don't know who James Comey was the former head of the FBI that Trump fired because he didn't do what he wanted, blah blah blah. Our president fires people on a whim, especially if they don't do what he wants. So, and I guess because I'm pretty sure that Comey doesn't have a retirement plan, I guess, after they fired him before he could retire. He wrote a book. Yeah, he's making money. And also, I'm not too happy with Comey myself because he released that stupid fucking letter that ruined Hillary's chances of winning. Not all the time, but you know, it lessened her advantages. And sorry, my computer's popping shit up. It lessened her advantages, and it was bullshit, and it turned out to be nothing in the end. So it was just obviously there as a political ploy. And Comey, by the way, is a Republican. And Trump is a Republican. And all the people that are in the FBI that he wants to fire and get rid of are Republicans. And he still thinks there's a witch hunt against him by the Democrats. So the reason why I'm talking about Comey and the Pee tapes is that apparently somebody posted on Twitter an excerpt of his book, and it's like it read almost like a romance novel that just about like when he met Donald Trump, he was orange, like with white circular things under his eyes, and he walked towards me, and oh he was getting heated in that, and then it just turned into like, no, fuck that guy. But like you should read that excerpt and probably read the book, because it might be interesting, and you know, if you're like a historical nerd, this is part of history, and it's good to, and politically, it's good to know these things, even though you don't agree with Comey or not, you know. So Comey says that Trump contacted him to specifically talk about the Pee tapes. You remember the Pee tapes? The Pee tapes are either something that came out of BuzzFeed, or some people say it came from the Chan boards, the toxic wasteland of Chan, 4chan, 8chan, all the Chans, and it's looking more and more like the Pee tapes are real. The Pee tapes contain Donald Trump being peed on by Russian hookers or Ukrainian hookers or whatever hookers, and in the bed that Obama stayed in a previous year when they did some either the Olympics or something. I think that's the original scandal about that. And I found you can't, like, this president is such a white trash, such a Jerry Springer white trash shit that we're speculating about Pee tapes. Pee tapes! A man being peed on, and this is why I think the P tapes are real, because he's asking Comey to search for them. Or because, okay, let's take the other angle. Trump always believes every conspiracy theory you tell him. It's been evident during his presidency that he believes everything Fox News tells him. So, maybe he didn't do it, but since everybody said he did, he thinks he did. But come on, what's more credible, that Donald Trump didn't get peed on, and he has a tape out there and he wants somebody to do it for him to get rid of it or find it or destroy it or whatever, or that he thinks he did that even though he didn't. Whatever. Moving on. The next one is Scooter Libby. Scooter Libby, for people that don't remember who he was, he had to do with the Bush administration. Yay, the Bush administration. He was the only person that I know of, I could be wrong, that was convicted of all the fucking crimes that administration did, but he wasn't convicted of the crimes. He was convicted of certain crimes. I think he burned a CIA agent, like revealed her information. He perjured himself and obstructed justice. And I think it had to do with Cheney, because he was Cheney's aide. So, like, he probably threw himself under the bus for Cheney, though Cheney isn't above shooting people in the face who are friends. And then the said friend has to come out of the hospital and apologize to Cheney. We had weird... The Republican presidencies are weird and scary and disgusting. So, Scooter Libby is getting pardoned by our president. Now, what does this mean? These are speculations. My speculations. These are not fact. These are alleges. Like, I'm alleging these. Or inferring these. It could mean he could be showing that I can pardon anybody. And anybody who is scared that might be taken by Mueller or the special counsel. Don't scared. I will save you. My thing is that he's trying to appease the establishment, Republicans, or the Bush Republicans, the loyalists to Bush. He did a favor so they could do him a favor, because they squirmed out of, like, a lot of disgusting things that they did. War crimes, the Enron scandal, all that other shit. They escaped so much of their crimes, and maybe he wants that team to help him. Again, I'm speculating. I don't have evidence of this. And Jesus. The only person that went to jail for something in that administration that was fucking corrupt as shit. Pardon. Though, people always point out that in order for you to get the pardon, you have to admit your guilt. To me, it doesn't fucking matter. There's no rules for Republicans. They can get away with everything. They can get away with murder. They can get away with destroying a whole country. They can get away with fucking colluding with the Russians. They can get away with everything. And Democrats get vilified for caring about people that are marginalized or committing human mistakes like cheating on your wife. It's disgusting. I mean, Bill Clinton was impeached for sleeping with Monica Lewinsky. That's all he was impeached for. And then David Axelrod comes on Twitter and says, "But we mustn't rush to impeachment with Trump." And I looked at him like, you kidding me? We mustn't rush to judgment to impeach him because it could be used as a political tool. It was already used as a political tool. And I will tell you, not even in the Bill Clinton era it started as a political tool. Back when Abraham Lincoln died, and his vice president, something Johnson, I always forget his name, his first name, his vice president was reconstructing the South, I think accordance to with Lincoln. I'm hazy on those details, but that what I mean according to, like, he was doing what Lincoln wanted. It was already pre-planned before Lincoln died, and basically the opposition of the Republicans, which I think were Democrats. I'm not trying to hide the fact that the Democrats did it. I'm not sure because there were different parties back then, but I'm pretty sure the Democrats were there too. And yes, Democrats were very conservative back then. They were anti everything that they're pro now, and yes, I'm aware of that. Parties change alignments. It's called fucking time and change. But what I'm trying to say is that they did this. They tried to impeach Johnson. Again, I forgot his name. In fact, let me fucking Google his name. He tried to impeach Johnson on the fact that they didn't like what he was doing. I think they didn't like that he would give money to the South or whatever the hell. And that was a political tool. It failed in the end because it was actually seen as that. But they were already doing that. They were close to impeaching him of, you know. So the case still, Andrew Johnson, the case still stands that it already been used as a political tool. When we're impeaching Trump now, it's not a political tool. It's way over justified. Way over justified. Like, he has been illegitimate. Speaking later, I'll be speaking about the illegitimate son, but he is an illegitimate president. He has usurped the power. He has been on top of usurping the power. He hasn't even tried to pretend to be competent. He hasn't tried to pretend to give a shit about this country. He hasn't tried to pretend to do anything for this country but destroy it. And he broke the law while being president several times. This isn't about a political tool. This is about using the power that we have. That's what the fucking forefathers put that there. That's why we amended shit. That's why there's so many fucking things up there so we can stop that motherfucker. Because he's hurting our country. He's hurting people. He's destroying everything. Democracy is being destroyed in front of our eyes. And it shocks me that no one, we're not out in the streets like South Korea. Like they protested because their president was corrupt. And all the people were out in the streets. And they fucking got rid of that president that was corrupt. Are you kidding me? What is taking so long? This guy is lower than scum. Ugh. Let's end this on a less terrible note. This is from the Inquirer, so take this with a grain of salt. You know, the Inquirer is full of shit, and it's pro-Trump. Because it probably owns, like, some stocks in it. It says that a doorman that worked for Trump for many years, and I wonder if it's the same doorman that he asked about the guy that died in Trump Tower, and then he referred to the guy who died in Trump Tower, as a crazy Jew. I wonder if that's the same doorman, but whatever. That doorman, alleges that Trump had a child with a domestic worker, a maid. I don't know if this is true or not. I honestly don't care. Like, this is the least worst thing he's ever done. An illegitimate love child isn't my problem. I don't care. I hope it was consensual, because our president also has a problem with consent. But yeah, to me, that isn't the problem. For me, the problem is the other things I have stated before. But on top of that, he is the President of the United States, a Republican, conservative, family values president. And he can't keep it in his pants. He is the most worst representation of the conservative, moral, family values people. Or he's the best, because that's what they are. They're full of shit. They use that for cover and paint the other side as immoral liberals that paint gays should take over, or they're destroying our family structure, and shit on women, because that's all they do. Also, like a little thing back with Comey, the GOP Twitter decided to basically smear campaign Comey. Comey, not a former Republican, I'm pretty sure he's still a Republican, but a loyal Republican member of their party, and they're shitting on him. They're complicit with our president. We need to start thinking that the Republicans are on our side. They made their bed when they allowed this man to be part of their party and haven't stopped his awfulness. They are in power. They control all houses of government, all branches of government. And nothing. They haven't done anything to stop him, put him in check. Not a damn thing. They are covering his ass, which means they are very complicit, and they're full of shit. I am shocked. I'm not shocked by their actions, but I am astounded by all this. Like, this is, by the way, all this shit that I'm talking about happened in 2 days. Like, this week has been so chaotic, and it's always been chaotic since he's taken presidency. It always feels like a year. It always feels like a month feels like a year. And and we're aging. We're aging so much because of him. We need peace. We need a vote, but they have gerrymandered and they stole the elections last. Why the fuck they wouldn't steal the elections now? We vote, and if we do get Democrats in, we can't just sit back and pretend that the Democrats will save us just automatically. We have to still march. We still have to tell the Democrats what to do. We have to force them to do what they have to do. Because our job as voters and as citizens is to make them do their freaking job. The Republicans don't hear us. That was very evident in the Obamacare debacle with the tax reform crap. We told them we wanted to keep it. They didn't listen to us. Even their own constituents, the ones that voted for him, said they wanted to keep Obamacare. They didn't care. They don't care because they're for the money. They're for the money and for the power. They're not for you, which is not what democracy is about. So, that was very energetic, and because I'm really bummed out because of other things and this, but this is our constant daily life. But you know, c'est la vie. I'm Mumuf. This was my private corner. I like, ranting. You want to join in a discussion? Comment down below. Like, subscribe if you want to. And I'll be back maybe in 2 days, maybe tomorrow. Depends if like how screwed up this week, like how it'll get worse, by the way, because our president is rearing up for something pretty big. Nothing good for us. But alright, I'm signing out. Thank you.